A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a startling turn of events, U.S. President Donald Trump has openly criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin, expressing his discontent over the recent escalation of violence in Ukraine. Following Moscow's largest aerial attack on Ukraine to date, which resulted in the tragic deaths of at least 12 individuals, Trump stated, "What the hell happened to him? He's killing a lot of people." This rare rebuke from the former president marks a significant shift in his typically conciliatory stance towards Putin. The attack, which occurred overnight, saw Russia unleash a staggering 367 drones and missiles on various Ukrainian cities, including the capital, Kyiv. Ukrainian officials reported that while many of these missiles were intercepted, the sheer volume of the assault was unprecedented, making it the deadliest night of the ongoing conflict. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky responded to the attack by highlighting the silence from Washington, suggesting that such an action only emboldens Putin in his military endeavors. Zelensky called for strong pressure on Russia, including tougher sanctions, to deter further aggression. Trump, speaking to reporters in New Jersey, reiterated his long-standing relationship with Putin, stating, "I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all." His comments reflect a growing frustration with the Russian leader's actions, which have escalated significantly since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine began in 2022. In a post on Truth Social, Trump further denounced Putin, labeling him absolutely crazy and asserting that the Russian leader's ambitions extend beyond just parts of Ukraine. "I've always said that he wants all of Ukraine, not just a piece of it. And maybe that's proving to be right, but if he does, it will lead to the downfall of Russia," Trump warned. However, he did not spare Zelensky from criticism either, suggesting that the Ukrainian president's rhetoric was detrimental to his country's interests. "Everything out of his mouth causes problems, I don't like it, and it better stop," Trump stated, indicating that he expects a more measured approach from Ukraine's leadership. As the situation in Ukraine continues to deteriorate, the United States has signaled its intention to either negotiate a peace deal or withdraw from discussions if no progress is made. Despite Kyiv's allies preparing for further sanctions against Russia, Trump's recent comments suggest a shift in the U.S.'s approach, as he has previously refrained from imposing additional sanctions on Moscow. The recent escalation follows a 2-hour phone call between Trump and Putin, during which they discussed a proposed ceasefire deal. Trump expressed optimism about the conversation, asserting that both nations would soon commence negotiations toward a cessation of hostilities. However, the reality on the ground tells a different story, with Russia's military actions indicating a commitment to continued aggression. The Ukrainian government has publicly agreed to a 30-day ceasefire, yet Putin's response has been lukewarm at best, as he only committed to working on a memorandum regarding a potential future peace. Critics, including Zelensky and his European allies, have labeled this as a tactic to delay meaningful negotiations while Russia consolidates its military position, currently controlling approximately 20% of Ukrainian territory, including Crimea. In the wake of the recent attacks, the death toll continues to rise, with reports indicating that 3 children were among the fatalities in the latest strikes. The Ukrainian military reported that it successfully intercepted a significant number of the drones and missiles launched by Russia, but the damage inflicted on civilian areas has been catastrophic. In cities like Kharkiv and Mykolaiv, the aftermath of the attacks has left buildings destroyed and communities in mourning. The international community remains watchful as tensions escalate, with calls for immediate action to support Ukraine and hold Russia accountable for its actions. The situation remains fluid, and as more details emerge, the implications of Trump's statements and the ongoing conflict will undoubtedly reverberate across the geopolitical landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.